Hey folks, it's a beautiful day today. Why is it a beautiful day? Well, I'm learning stuff. So, a little beknownst to me, foreign trade law changed. So there's a term called de minimis, and in the setting of cross-border trade and stuff like that, de minimis generally means the amount of the dollar value of goods that you're willing to just ignore most of the time for the purposes of taxation, like tariffs, cross-border traffic. So most things under $800 coming from the United States to Canada fall into this category known as de minimis, and they don't generally get taxed unless they get stopped by our CBSA officers. We all know about that. You've had to collect cross-border funds before. But what's happened is that Trump and his infantile little poop in his pants tantrum has created is that there is no longer a de minimis value. So anything that crosses the border from Canada or from the States, cross the border, either way, now has to be taxed. So what that means is that everything coming across the border is going to have a fee associated with it. And I've heard it's as high as $35 just for any old parcel you're shipping across the border. I could be wrong on that. That's just initial reports. Now, Canada Post already knew this was happening. You can tell they already knew this was happening because, they got $1 billion loan and then spent a whole bunch of money through Purolator to buy a cross-border shipping company. Not sketchy at all. Politics. I was told recently that I shouldn't get involved in politics as a local leader. I don't think that's going to work. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, though, because a lot of small companies who live near the border found that the American shipping rates were significantly cheaper. So they would cross the border and ship all their goods back to Canada. But I don't think that's going to work anymore. But that ultimately is going to be a cost to consumers, which is going to be passed down by the providers of the goods. And this may cause significant problems. But for goods coming in Canada, it'll still be a lot cheaper than going across the border, from what I understand. But to acknowledge that this has already happened, like they knew this was coming. Carney took over the government. Then they got a loan to buy a cross-border shipping company. It means they knew that this was coming. So they're hoping to chop off a good chunk of our work in cross-border goods. But I'm not sure if it's going to have the desired effect that they want. I think we might see more work coming from within Canada than from within the States. But these things also apply to everything like eBay and personal sales and all that good stuff. So we'll have to see. But keep your chin up. We're starting to win this thing.